Hey everybody, welcome to Dying Laughing with Jessimae. I am your host, your comedy death doula. Today's episode is the birthday grief guide, which is basically a guide to grieving and aging and not spiraling on your birthday when everybody is dead. And if you've followed me for a while, you know that I am technically an orphan and a Virgo because today is my birthday. And I'm not a huge birthday person. I'm not a birthday person. I will accept gifts with an open heart and open hands and an open car trunk to fit them in. I love birthdays. I'm just not a huge, hey, it's my birthday person, but we're doing that today. So whether you're a Virgo in a grief spiral or just someone aging without a parental safety net, today's episode is for you. This one's for you. So today is my birthday, which means it's the anniversary of the day I came out of my mother's vagina, and also just a few months away, 40 plus years of me saying goodbye to my mom on FaceTime. Full circle, as they say. I don't know if that's a full circle. It is a trajectory to where I'm at today. And I'm going to talk about all sorts of things having to do with the birthday, having to do with grieving while you're supposed to be celebrating your birthday. But before we get into that, I want to make sure you guys know you can call into the podcast. Give us a call, 513-916-0930, which are also my birthday and my dad's birthday tucked into a phone number. Give us a call. Let us know how you're enjoying the podcast or if you have any questions about grieving or anything really in general where we can help you out. Also, don't forget you can email us, jessimaepelusocomedy@gmail.com. Send some emails. We've gotten a couple submissions. We'll read those on the next episode that we record. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, share this video, send your friends over to the podcast. Everyone's grieving. Everyone loses something. Let me bring a little joy to the process. And it doesn't stop there. We have started a grief channel on my Instagram page. And on that, you can join the grief gang. And we do a book club, which we just started. I give little insights each day about how I'm thinking and how I process grief and giving you guys some tips and tools on how you can go through that process as well. Our book club just started this month through September 30th. So from basically my birthday till the end of the month, we're reading Nate Bargatze's Big Dumb Eyes, which is exciting. I've known Nate for years, and I think he's so funny. I think he's one of the funniest comics working. And we also share the same publisher. So she brought this to me and I thought this is great to kick off the book club. So get over to my Instagram page. That's on Jessimae Peluso's Instagram page. That's me. You can join the grief gang there. We also have a new Dying Laughing podcast page on Instagram and Facebook so you guys can stay up to date with all things that we got going on in the podcast. Now, I told my amazing, loyal, and very patient assistant, Deb, that I wanted to open up my gift from my lawyer. My lawyer sends me stuff every year for my birthday. And sometimes it's a basket. It's always a basket of something, which is kind of, I feel appropriate because I'm a basket case. So I love getting a basket for my birthday. Just put stuff in a basket. Deb got me a whole bunch of stuff when I moved into my new place. A basket, chaotic. Put a little bit of everything in there. I feel like that's the best birthday gift, unless you're somebody who's really thoughtful and thinks about the one thing. But for me, that's too much pressure. But a lawyer will send you a basket of meats and cheeses like you just got divorced. Every time I get the gift from my lawyer, I feel like I just got divorced because of everything that's included in it. And this year was a little bit different. Truffle Shuffle's my lawyer. Have I said that? From the Goonies, who has now turned to entertainment law. He's one of the greatest lawyers in the biz. I'm not just saying that because he represents me. It's a fact. Look it up. He's amazing. He's the coolest. He says, happy Jessimae. Hope you enjoy these goodies on your special day. Cheers on a great year to come. Jeff Cohen, rock star to the rock stars. First of all, there's cookies in here. Lolly's chocolates. I think they're like little chocolate macaroons. Big fan. We'll do a little ASMR for you guys. Love anything coated in chocolate. I would literally eat crickets coated in chocolate. Chocolate. That sounds like a new dessert. We've got some chili pepper. I don't know what this is for, though. Oh, because we got cheese and crackers. We have cheese and crackers, cheddar brie cheese spread with a little chili peps and some water crackers. This is fancy. I don't know if you guys know, but if somebody gives you water crackers, fancy, luxury. This is pure luxury. 20 Valley Farms water crackers. Thank you so much. But the creme de la creme, the coup de grace, the show pony, the Beyonce of the box is this. Are we going to drink champagne in the middle of the day? You bet your bottom birthday dollar we are. My sister tried to get into this box. I said, hold your horses, Emily Jane Peluso DeMarco. We're cracking this baby on the pod because it's been a year. It's been a life. We've all been through it. Some of you are going through it today. I know a lot of you listen to this podcast when you're in the middle of grief. Hot, when grief is hot. It's piping hot and you need a little relief. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to drink a little champagne during the day to show peeps that, hey, sometimes I'm afraid that this is going to go right through my brother-in-law's roof. Hey, not too bad. Not too big of a mess. Happy birthday to me. A cute pink. Oh, all the lights just turned off. Ooh, it just got really romantic in here. A cute pink Veuve Clicquot. Little, hey, Steve, come say hi to everybody. Come say hi in the podcast. Hi. This is my brother-in-law, Steve. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Do you want to tell them how you feel about me?
Yeah.
Do you like having me home?
I've never gone public with this. Yes. You're such a pleasure.
Little delay there, Steve. Thanks for shutting my studio lights off. Okay. So, a little... Oh, gosh. I almost lost half of the bottle. See, I don't get why people, when they celebrate with this... We're going to turn the lights back on. Hold on, guys. When people celebrate with champagne, why are we pouring it so all of the foam pours out? We're not making a rap video. And even if we are making a rap video, can we conserve alcohol? I feel like that's a part of being an adult. Like, I'm not here to waste alcohol. We're in a recession. No one wants to say it, but we are. So I'm not trying to waste any. Notice how I didn't pop it like I was some sort of TikTok rapper. I'm here trying to drink like a lady. Cheers to my birthday. Cheers to any Virgos out there. If your birthday's passed, happy birthday to you. If it's on its way, happy early birthday. If you've lost someone today or you're about to lose someone, you've got it. You're going to get through it. Happy birthday. Cheers. Shit, just spilled some on me. Let me go turn on the studio lights because my brother-in-law doesn't want to waste money on the electrical bill. He's such an upstate Italian. How funny that he shut the light off. Such an Italian. What are you wasting electricity for? You're not paying for the electrical bill, so we got to keep it on. He's so sweet, though. I love him. He doesn't even sound like that. He's not like a complete guinea. He's a guinea in disguise. So I want to talk a little bit about birthdays, what it means to have a birthday. Oh, and here's Emily. Hi. Say hi. Hi. This is my sister. Everyone knows. Oh, you look cute. Okay. Head of the PTG, everybody. Oh, God, there's a lot of guests stopping by in the podcast. Are you going to get the kids? Careful, the studio lights. Got it. Okay, they're going to get the kids. So who knows what's going to happen coming up? The kids might come and everything might fall apart, but that's what we have to be ready for in a studio where you're recording in your sister's garage. I want to talk about the ghost of birthdays past. Now, for me, being 43, she looks cute still. Being 43 years old, I've had a lot of birthdays. I've had a lot of mishaps. I've had a lot of fun times, crazy times. And I wanted to think of a couple for today's episode specifically. Now, when I was a kid growing up in upstate New York, maybe some of you can relate to this. I'm not sure wherever you grew up, if you had a Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese as a kid, you'd feel rich. Even though the stage had holes in it, you felt rich. Even though you had to share your birthday with 42 other children and their dads and their stepdads and their step families, and their moms who just got out of rehab. You felt rich. Even though all you ate was Kraft macaroni and cheese, and you got cheese pizza, and you definitely had agita for a week afterwards, and definitely formed some fungal infection from the balls, you felt rich. Even though you felt suffocated and felt claustrophobia, even though you got claustrophobia from the cheese stage, from the Swiss cheese stage, you know what I'm talking about. Underneath the stage where the 5 guys at Freddy's looking animatronic creepy mofos were performing with their eyes their eyes never blinked correctly. Like one eye would blink, one eye would kind of spaz out. They all looked like they were having seizures and just basically what every rock star who's still performing looks like. That's what these Chuck E. Cheese performers look like. Even though they were rocking out, you were in the stage underneath, in the cheese stage, the Swiss cheese. That place caused so much claustrophobia. You felt rich. So cheers to Chuck E. Cheese for all of the birthday memories. What a luxury. I felt so rich. It felt like even if only 2 people showed up for your birthday party, everyone was there for you. And that brings me to my next birthday memory. I had a birthday party. School had just started. That was kind of the demise of my birthday being around September 16th. School just starts. And so I had this one birthday party where we were going to have a sleepover of 8 girls. I don't know where my mom was going to put these girls. We had a house. It wasn't that big. Each of us had our own room. I don't know where Nance was planning on putting us because we weren't rich. Our garage was not finished. To me, that was a sign of a rich family. When you have a garage and it's like, not the garage, the basement, and it's finished. You knew your dad was a doctor if you had a finished basement. Fancy. Ours was flooded. It wasn't finished. It was literally flooded. And I've talked about this on the podcast before. It was so flooded and we didn't really have a lot of money. Nance, my mom, built wooden planks. I can't even say it. Wooden planks. This lady put wooden planks around the floor of the basement, some of which would be floating, depending on how wet that season was. So we would often have to just run around like pirates in the basement. And my mom had planned this sleepover birthday for me. I was so excited. I think it was one of my first sleepovers. 8 of my girlfriends from school. My mom baked a cake. We had all this food ready. Nobody showed up. Nobody. Not even the girl with the glasses and braces. Really, Jenny? You're too good for me? Really, 4 Eyes? Okay. I will see you in recess. I don't even remember how my mom recuperated that night. I was so toe up from the flow up. I felt just completely alone. I felt completely like a nerd, and I had no friends. Everybody, it felt like a personal attack. And I'm sure my mom rectified the situation like she always did. And that was the first and last time I ever tried to have a sleepover. The other places we would go growing up in Syracuse, New York for our birthdays was dance and skate. If you know, you know. This is a niche market, folks. This is a place where you could not only dance, you could also skate. Luxury. The place smelled like wet, moldy carpet and cigarettes and stepdads. And that smell is forever ingrained in my heart and soul. That place smelled like Steve. Old Spice and second marriages. It was glorious. It was moldy and musty and magical. And you felt like you were on a TV show. Where you get out there and skate and do the little figure 8, and all the cute boys would do their little swarm. You know, they're like a swarm of bees doing their little dance, and all the girls are doing their dance, and then it would be backward skate. And you'd go out and show off your backward moves, and then they'd be like, clear the floor for the fast speed skaters. My sister'd be out there in her freaking ankle skates ready to go. She'd always fall on her face. I think she has a few fake teeth because of that. It was a land of freedom. It was the greatest. Dance and skate was one of my favorite places to have a birthday party. We also when I was a little bit older, 21 years old. You thought I learned, you would think I would learn from nobody showing up when I was 8 to not do drastic things for my birthday. When I was 21, I said to myself, you know what I want to do? I want to bring my boyfriend, my best friends, and my dad to Vegas. And by bring, I want everyone to pay for me. And we all did that. It was my friend Jen Greer, Aaron Birmingham, Tia Webb, my boyfriend at the time, and Joe Peluso. We all went to Vegas. Why? That sounds like a place like we were escaping, like a witness protection program. Who goes to Vegas for not one night, not 2 nights, 6 nights? We went for 6 nights. We didn't know how to Vegas. Hey, here's a pro tip. Things to not do while you go to Vegas. Don't bring your dad and don't go for 6 nights. We went. It was a blast. My dad was obsessed once we got into the hotel room with how expensive everything was. My dad wasn't cheap, but he also was cheap. He was frugal. Joe just didn't like to know how much money he was spending, but he loved to spend it. He didn't want to see a bill, but he would love to buy stuff. And when we were up in the hotel room, he goes, oh, babe, we got to call down and see how much a 6-pack is. We got to call and see. I bet you it's so much. He looks at the bill. He finds out how much it is on the bill in the hotel room. He can see it with his own eyes. Still needs to hear it. He goes, ho, ho, ho. He looks at how much it is. Ho, ho, ho. I got to call down and see if this is how much it is. Calls the front desk. He's like, yeah, I don't want to order it, but how much is a case of beer or a 6-pack of beer? And the front desk lady goes, $45. And he goes, $45? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Hangs up the phone. We proceed to drink for 6 nights. Like we had a death wish. Who does Vegas for 6 nights? We're escaping. We're refugees at that point. We went to see my friends in the Blue Man Group. We went to go see my friends, the Shintas, who I think I may have talked about on this podcast. One of the reasons I do stand-up comedy. It was my first exposure to live entertainment. They were a group, an entertainment group. They sang, they did comedy. It was like old style, classic Vegas style entertainment. We went to go see them. We hung out with them afterwards. And I'll never forget one of them who I've known for years. Ever since I was like 6 or 7, I've known these guys for years. Peter, who was a drummer, Pete O'Donnell, told me to pace myself. He saw how much we were drinking. He looked at my dad. He looked at all the girls and my boyfriend. He's like, why is your boyfriend here? You don't know how to do Vegas. I said, I know, Pete. Please, I'm 21. I don't need to be scolded like a child. I'm an adult now. He said, pace yourself. In Vegas, you have to pace yourself. And so I just thought that meant, okay, I got to go quicker. Because pace is a pace. It's either fast, slow, medium. You got to be more specific. Obviously, the phrase means to slow down, but I took it as a place to speed up. And so we just kept drinking. We drank so much, my dad kind of passed out on a trash can. Joey P passed out on a trash can. He kept coming to and back and out of it a little bit, in and out of some sort of drunken oblivion. And he was pissed off at people because he thought that they were bringing him more drinks. He didn't realize he was on a trash can. He thought he was on a stool. And he kept yelling at people bringing drinks to him and throwing them between his legs. He's like, guys, people keep throwing drinks at me. I'm like, Dad, you're on a trash can. You're on a trash can. We gambled hard. Roulette was my jam. My friend Aaron and I kept acting like we were some sort of fortune tellers with the numbers. We'd be like, okay, 14 is calling me. 14 is the dream. Put all of our money on 14. We'd lose our money. Then Aaron would be like, 23 and me, let's go. We'd lose our money. We lost so much money. We lost so much, and then we started winning. Not big, but Vegas, it doesn't take much to really hook you in. You win $23 and you're like, I'm buying a house. I'm buying a house. I'm rich. I am a successful gambler. I am going to join the poker tour. We had so much fun. We ended one of the nights with our shoes off, walking around the casino, and the security guard stops us and she goes, hey, ladies. And I said, excuse me? She said, ladies, you can't be walking the hallways with your shoes off. And I said, are you serious? And she said, yes, I'm really serious. I said, how serious are you? She said, I'm so serious that you could get in trouble if you continue to walk around with your shoes off. And I said, well, we're just a little bit hungry. She said, well, right around the corner, there's some sandwiches. So why don't you put your shoes on and go get some sandwiches? I said, you know what? Shirley, that's a really great idea. And so we shuffled off and got some sandwiches. This lady had the thickest lisp. I don't even know if it was a lisp. I think she just had a literal tongue tie. It sounded like somebody went in, tied her tongue in a knot, and she was like, hey, everybody, I'm a security guard at Las Vegas. Go get some sandwiches. We crawled out of there. We crawled out of Vegas. I was hungover for 2 years. Greatest birthday of my life. So much fun. Highly recommend partying with your dad as long as you can, because you're not going to have him forever. I was one of those girls who liked hanging out with her father. He was with me all the time, and my mom. I was never like, ew, get away from me, I'm embarrassed. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what creates that. Maybe it's just me, my personality. Maybe it was the relationship that we had, but we always liked to be together. And now, me, post-parents, I know there's a lot of you out there who are post-parent in this stage in your life when you're having a birthday. It's a little bit lonelier when they're not around. That's a reality. When you have to have a birthday as an adult without your parents around, it's a little lonely, but there is something freeing about it. It's this weird thing, like first when you lose your parents or you lose somebody or you go through some type of loss, you feel untethered. You feel like you're flailing in the wind with no anchor. There's nothing to tie you to any sort of foundation. It's a little disorienting. It's a little stressful and feels like you're just floating with no course. And then you start to sort of get your grief sea legs, if you will. And it feels like being untethered at first, but then you are floating, but sort of on your own course. And there's a freeing aspect to it. There's a freedom that comes with being on the other side of loss and having to celebrate your birthday. And aging as an orphan, that's a weird thing. That's a really weird experience. You know, as an adult, to have a birthday without the people who brought you into the world to celebrate it with you. There's this level of maturity that comes with it, but then there's also like, somebody hold me. I want to be held. I used to make fun of those cuddle puddles that I found out about. Now I get it. How about an adult orphan grief cuddle puddle with just 2 people, me and Brad Pitt? That sounds fun. That's my birthday wish. I thought of a few things that sort of encapsulate what it's like to be an orphan and to be alive. Well, the people you love are dead and it's your birthday. And the things that I miss about having my parents around. So number 1 are no more birthday boxes. My mom used to send the best gifts. She used to send the best gifts for any holiday. It didn't matter. This woman knew how to put a gift together. She would send me these like care packages. And for my birthday, I knew that I was going to get a box filled with fun stuff like I was talking about before. That might have been on the Patreon side of the podcast, but I was talking about how great it is to get a gift with a bunch of stuff in a box. Just a random smorgasbord of brie, crackers, chocolate croquette cookies, chocolate cookies, and some Veuve Clicquot. Fancy. This is fancy champagne. My mom never sent me edible stuff or champagne, but she always sent me the best care packages. And it feels weird to not have that. You know what? Aging fast, it gets you what it feels like. It's like having to pay for your own birthday dinner. You've got to pay for your own birthday. You've got to celebrate your own birthday. And, you know, it feels like something's missing. You know, I got a standing ovation once. I want to talk about when I get into the next thing that I'm missing about my birthday, but not having these birthday packages, it's like no call from mom and I have to buy my own dinner. And it's just me and a $52 cupcake at a table. And a lot of you probably have gone through that, but you know, take the just out of that. I think when we say it's just this or it's just that, it diminishes and limits the situation and the experience. I'm fortunate that I'm alive. I'm fortunate that I'm here and that my parents gave me whatever they gave me to feel this energy and purpose to share all of this with you guys. So Number two, the thing that I'm missing without my parents around on my birthday, and just being an orphan really, is milestones are really strange. Milestones are so strange. There's no one to say I'm so proud of you anymore. And one time I had got a standing ovation, and normally after that, after a show, I would call my dad and tell him about it. And this time I got off stage and I was like, man, it would have been really cool if my dad saw that. And now in life, when you're an orphan and you're experiencing these milestones, the only plus one you have is grief. Grief becomes a plus one. If you want to have your parents along with you, it's in the past tense, but I'm somebody who likes to still speak about them like they're here, because you can still have a relationship with them. Even though milestones become strange on the other side of loss, you can still have a relationship with them. The other thing that's strange when you're an orphan without your parents celebrating your birthday or life is no one tells you look tired in a lovingly way. Whenever someone tells me I look tired now, it's like, well, fuck you. I look tired? Yeah, I'm tired. Doing a lot. Mainly missing care packages from Nancy. When my mom would look at me and say, oh, babe, you look tired, I would be like, oh, thank you, Mom. Can you please make me some soup and put me in bed and scratch my back? When she said I looked tired, it came with love and concern. And now as an adult, when people tell you look tired, you're like, rude. Yeah, I'm tired. Grief is exhausting. Even though I'm on the other side of it and I feel good, it's still an exhausting thing. The other thing that's difficult is when you're an orphan, you have to start parenting yourself. And badly. There's a lot of situations where you're like, I just want my mom to help me handle this. I want to call my dad. And once your parents are gone, you're just raw dogging adulthood. You're out there having to pay your own bills, having to get contracts together, and having to take care of your house. It's very strange. You know, should I go to the doctor? Am I supposed to wash my car? Who tells me what to do now? You're forced into adulthood and you get raw dogged by it. And me, I can't even stay consistent with the shampoo brand. I take that back. I've been using the same shampoo for like 3 years, but a lot of us struggle with consistency after our parents are gone. I think the other hard thing about being an orphan on the other side of it and trying to celebrate your birthday and be positive is the person who knew you best is gone. And there's no one to tell you who remembered your third grade photo from the class and having your class photo and how hair was in your face. There's no one there to tell you about your first day at school, or who knows your real hair color, or where all your scars came from, or that you once swallowed a bee in a blow-up pool in Stacy's backyard. So it becomes you just out there without these people, and you have to find a way to get to know yourself, who you are without them. I also want to talk about a little bit about the gifts I wish I got for my birthday. A little selfish moment here. These are things I wish I got for my birthday. I wrote a list down of everything that I wish I had received. It's a totally reasonable birthday wish for someone who's grieving. One, I wish I had one more voicemail from my dad that wasn't just mainly noise and heavy breathing and farts. Just one more voicemail. One more message from him. Two, I wish I had another FaceTime call with my mom where she didn't die. That's two. Three, a winning lotto ticket. Wish I got that. Mainly because my dad loved the lotto. Joey P loved the lotto. Always bought it. I've told this many times on the podcast, but my dad bought so many lotto tickets that when he passed away, in his cabinets in many places, nooks and crannies in his house, were bread bags, empty bread bags, filled with loser lotto tickets. Because my Uncle Louis told him, you keep all of your loser lotto tickets. If you win, those are tax redeemable. Dad never won, and he died. Something rustled from the other side of the garage. We're going to move along. We're going to speed up this podcast because if a mouse or a rat comes at me, I'm going to die. Number four, what I wish I got for my birthday, a hug that smells like fresh linen in Nina Ricci's L'air du Temps, which was the perfume my mother wore. And the smell of fresh clothes and fresh linen always reminds me of my mom. She used to air dry our clothes out in the sun whenever weather would allow it. And there was nothing better as a kid than getting into my bed and smelling sun-dried sheets. I don't know if anyone's ever smelled that. It is a luxury beyond any compare for me. Number 5, what I wish I got for my birthday, for my dog Carlin to finally talk to me and literally say anything. I've been talking to him for 15 years. He'll grunt and whine, but I want him to just like sit up and speak fluent English to me. I want him to say anything comforting instead of just farting and breathing hot pit bull breath in my face. And I want him to pass away peacefully. This is a birthday wish of mine that I really hope I get granted. And number 6, a birthday wish for my dogs to not vomit at 3 a.m. on a rug ever again. No, thank you. Nothing will spring you out of dead sleep quicker than the sound of a dog vomiting. From my lips to God's ears, come at me. Debate me. I don't care. A gunshot. I'm asleep. The sound of someone in my room opening the door. I'm asleep. The sound of my chihuahua. I'm up. I am up from the middle of sleep, from the depths of REM. I'm cracking open for that. I will catch the vomit every time. Also, number 7, I want to wish for a time machine, but only for 15 minutes a month to anywhere I want without any damage or cost. Because I feel like when you wish for things like this, when you're like, I want a time machine and I want to go anywhere, there's always some cost. Like, I don't want to start to age and look ugly. I want to be able to travel in time without any cost. Thank you so much. Number 8, who knows? A medium that doesn't look like they also sell crystals on Etsy. I just want like a regular person. I feel like they all kind of have a look of someone who sells crystals and speaks to crows. I want like a girl, just like everyday girl or guy. It doesn't have to be a girl, it can be a guy, but it better be a gay guy because we all know gay guys. Every single gay guy is a medium. Number 22, I lost count, to find out that my mom is haunting racist bigots and homophobes out of spite. I would love if she was just haunting all of these people right now. I think ghosts should go haunt those people out of their racism, out of their bigotry, out of their homophobia, and those sort of ideologies that are burning society to the ground. I also, a birthday wish is for a birthday card from the universe that just says, you're doing great. Here's 2 million scarols. Here's 2 million charols. Just a couple milli. Just a couple milli. That's not even that much anymore. I remember when I was a kid, I used to say I want to be a millionaire. Good luck paying your bills. You can't pay your bills as a millionaire now. Get the hell out of here. You got to be at least a 2 millionaire. I want 2 million charols, please, in the bank with no question. Number 42, I want all my exes to form a support group and apologize in perfect harmony. Birthday wish. You know who you are out there. Get together and start practicing. Acapella. Acapella, fella. That's what we'll call the acapella fellas. Number 65, a candle that smells like childhood and not disappointment and cremains. Everyone keeps dying. Even though my dad's ashes smell like stripper, I would like a candle to smell like something other than that. Although I do think a posthumous candle, there may be a market for it. Dead dad and strippers, it may be a cute candle to have in Bed Bath and Beyond. It should be like Dead, Death, and Beyond. That'll be my candle shop where I sell candles that smell like your dead loved one's remains. Email me what you think your dead loved ones smell like, Jessimae Peluso comedy@gmail.com, and I will make a candle to the scent. Okay, a couple more. I realize I wrote a very long list. I also want the ability to grieve for 5 minutes whenever I want to and have whatever emotion comes to me come without feeling bad at all. We often have to do this in private. We often have to go into a closet or to a room or away from people, and I want that ability to just feel how I feel wherever I feel it. I also want, we'll end it on this, my list of what I wish for this year, to be there for both of my parents when they passed. Now, This is what they might call in the biz a regret. And it is a regret. And I know a lot of people say, have no regrets in life. I don't believe that. I think regrets teach us how to live better moving on, how to make better choices, how to be more intentional about our lives. And I wasn't there for when my parents passed, and that is a regret. I probably could have figured it out, and now that's why I'm spending so much time here. If you guys listened to last week's episode, you know that I am here for an extended amount of time because family means so much. And regrets taught me that not being around for my family and my mom and my dad passing was something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. So I also have birthday wishes for you guys, my grief gang. I want to wish you guys, my audience, something for your own birthdays. And if you're out there as an orphan or if you're struggling, maybe you just lost your job, maybe you just went through a breakup or a divorce, I wish for you to find solace and peace. I wish for you to find your community and service to that community. I also wish you joy and purpose, and I wish you a lot of fun in your life, wherever you can have it. You know, there's so many things to learn on the other side of loss, and there are things that you gain. There are many gifts on the other side of grief, any kind of grief, and it doesn't have to be massive like losing your parents. It can be small, and you will find gifts. Look at me. I am here luxuriating with chocolates, cheeses, and a little Veuve Clicquot. Not all is lost on the other side of loss. There are lessons to be learned. There are blessings to share, and there's a lot of joy to be had. So if you're in the thick of it right now, keep going. Keep going. Move. Get out there. Rest when you need to. Journal when you're feeling anxiety. Move when you're feeling anxiety. And know that on the other side of this darkness, there's always going to be a little shred of light. I hope I was that for you guys this week. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to me. One more little sip. Let me freshen this off a little bit for myself. Happy birthday, everybody out there celebrating past and future birthdays. To all my Virgos, consistency over perfection every time. We're perfectionists. We got to let that go. Join the consistency train and move on. Choo choo. Have a great day, everybody. Happy birthday. Happy living. I think the kids are on their way. I can hear them. We should probably go. Love you guys.